So it is the beginning of summer here in New Zealand, coming to the end of November. This weekend is actually the second to last weekend, and I'm still holding off on putting up any Christmas decor yet. I'm still trying to go against the grain and set my family up for a more relaxed, organised and purposeful festive season. Join me as I go a bit deeper today and do some pre-Christmas cleaning, decluttering, sorting, and just continuing on this journey of creating space to enable more calmness and order and creativity to enter my home. I have this dreaded under the stairs cupboard. Do you have a cupboard like this? It might not be under the stairs, but maybe a cupboard where you shut the door and it doesn't see the light of day for way too long. This cupboard has not been touched or organised since we moved here 3 years ago. 3 years ago next month actually. If anything, just more clutter has been thrown in here. But today was the day to declutter and deal with it. I found Christmas items and cushions that I didn't remember were in there. And that's great because I feel like I've got new decor now without having to actually go and purchase it. What's the point in having a decent sized storage cupboard that has stuff in it where you don't even remember what that stuff is, and it's a space that you could be using more appropriately for more deserving items? I know I need to keep reminding myself of this because this clutter is all inventory that has to be managed, and this equates to time, and time is precious for us all, isn't it? And what was impactful for me to think about was that this declutter and clean took me hours. Realistically, some of it was going to take out a larger chunk of time because I was choosing to rearrange my living space and do some deeper cleaning that I wouldn't, usually do on a weekly basis. But the cupboard decluttering was time spent that I could have been out having a run, or having a cuppa with a friend, or getting stuck into the garden. It's time spent managing items that we don't even use or know that they are there a lot of the time, when that time could have been prioritised so much more beneficially elsewhere. So I've still got this very strong mentality or mindset that I have to keep moving clutter out of my house. I'm absolutely resisting the urge to buy any Christmas decor, to do any browsing around shops, or to even have a season of just buying stuff for the sake of having stuff to give. I'm being so much more mindful this year of how I want my home to feel for myself and my family. I want to keep simplifying so that the important things like relationships and having an open door and positive mental health can be the important things, and they can all flow in. If you watched my very first video, getting close to over a year ago now actually, I was seriously overwhelmed with how my home was looking and feeling, and it just got worse over the festive season. I had barely any systems in place. I worked full time. I still work full time. It was just getting suffocated by clutter and inconsistent systems of keeping my home in check. And it really was a penny drop moment. It was such a clarifying moment for me that something drastically had to change. But I knew it wasn't going to be a quick fix. None of our homes get in this state over a few days, hey? It is a slow, unconscious, consistent influx of clutter being brought into our homes. So, of course, on the flip side, it was going to need to be a slow, conscious, consistent effort of moving the clutter out as well. I wanted my channel to be about being able to do our everyday lives without the overwhelm, through small, consistent habits and making big impact in our homes. Whether it be cooking, cleaning, decluttering, organisational systems, just all those daily things that we're all trying to achieve. And especially if you are trying to do it around full-time work outside of your home, or you are parenting alone. But I don't think I realised just how much of a positive impact getting clutter out of my home was going to have on myself and my family. Everything just becomes easier. Cleaning is easier, finding things is easier, having room for what you actually need and use is easier, hosting friends and family is easier, productivity and creativity increase, and mental health most definitely improves. But simplifying our homes isn't a do it once kind of a project that you can tick off. Simplicity is really a lifestyle and mindset shift that we need to practice every day, and one that becomes second nature with time, hopefully. You just naturally often choose less over more, quality over quantity, mindful over mindless decisions. I'm finding that the more I get rid of, my ability to make decluttering decisions improves, and I'm getting more ruthless in being able to move stuff on. And I do not remember what I have decluttered. I honestly don't. All of this clutter I was holding on to actually had no importance. But the feeling that comes with the movement of clutter out of your home is so good. I'm pretty sure it's one of the guys from the Minimalists who describes a 2020 rule, where if you can replace an item for less than $20 or whatever the currency is in your country, and in less than 20 minutes, then declutter it, move it on out. This is a really great strategy to work within, I think. It gives you and I permission to make quick decisions on clutter and to not feel guilty about it. It can easily and inexpensively be replaced. And to be honest with you, most of the items in my house would fit into this category. I don't own expensive items. I also tackled this small decluttering project. This was a box that I've actually had down in my garage for years now, and I had forgotten what was in it. But as you can see, it was just all trinkety type objects. I would open a little trinket box and there was costume jewellery that I hadn't remembered was even in there and certainly was not getting used. So this was a good opportunity to go through all of that and find necklaces and actually these beautiful glass angels and like raindrops, glass raindrops that I can hang on my Christmas tree. So that was a bonus. That was another Christmas decor item that I found that I had forgotten I had, and I'll be able to use those when I do eventually decorate our tree. But this was great, another small box to get decluttered through and just move these items on that are not being used and I didn't even realize were in there. So my top tips for decluttering at this time would be, firstly, don't let the pressure get to you, especially at this time of the year, to spend money that you don't have either on gifts or on more clutter for your home because you feel you have to decorate it in a certain way. Do a little bit each day or each week. Set a timer or choose a manageable space to start with. Even 5 items per day will start to make a difference. Keep the momentum going and keep consistent. It is those repeated habits that will bring change, and it is a mindset shift. Declutter only when you are well rested. Decisions are always much harder to make when you are tired. Use strategies like the 2020 rule or other decluttering rules that you find helpful. You just have to find the rules that really resonate with you and help you to make those decluttering decisions. Get the decluttered items out of your home as quickly as you can. You don't want to renege on those great decisions you made because the items are sitting there in a box saying, "No, keep me, keep me." Make a deal with yourself that you won't buy anything new that is outside of absolute needs for a set period of time, be it a month or longer. And lastly, remember how you feel when you have accomplished a decluttering task and the impact and the feeling it has on you and your home. It is a tangible feeling, like a burden, a weight is lifting. So do keep that in mind ultimately. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a really great week. I'll see you next time.